Last exposure to coach, so
forever.
let's get going.
Woohoo!
Same for me.
Going into the break for you guys, do you want your players to get a little bit away from football and just relax for a little bit, or would you like them just to still stay locked in?
Yes and no. Definitely want them to get away and relax and enjoy this last, little bit of summer before we start. But at the same time, the message is to continue to work out, continue to run, continue to review the information that we gave them this offseason, so that when they come back, they come back ready. They come back in shape. They come back mentally and physically, ready to go for training camp.
Wrapping up minicamp today, how have you felt about the young players being able to take advantage of maybe a few extra reps with coaches?
Good. Yeah, good.
Doug, you just when you look at Brian Thomas's situation, where he's got somebody like Christian, he's got somebody like Gabe, how much do you feel, just from your experiences with other receivers who come in as rookies and and maybe are highly touted, how much do you think that helps make the process go so much better for them if there's guys that are not only veterans but are also willing to be really good mentors?
I think it's a good transition to have, the veteran leadership in those rooms, especially in this situation with Brian, being the draft pick and being in that room as well. I think that's it makes his life a little bit easier from the standpoint of just the comfort of the guys around him. Not saying life on the field is going to be easy and anything like that, but I think just that transition from college to the NFL, what it looks like to be a pro, with guys like Gabe and Christian in that room, and even a guy like Tim Jones, who's been around now for a few years. I mean, there's another guy that has great leadership ability, and understands what it takes, because he's been one of those guys every year that's had to work and fight and claw and scratch to make the 53, and and I think for Brian to be able to see all of that, maybe puts his his mind at ease just a little bit, as he transitions now into camp, which ramps up even more.
Gabe got the same benefit when he was in Buffalo.
Right.
Diggs was there, and Beasley was there. You kind of, we all know that the receiver, if there's any position in the NFL that's had a reputation as kind of diva-ish, it's been receiver over the years. But it seems like you've got a room where that is not.
Yeah, I don't feel like we have that type of room. Guys are unselfish. They compete. They cheer for each other. And it's not a I need a football. I need every target mentality in that room at all. And that's a good thing, because he comes into a room like that, gives him a lot of confidence just to go out and perform and do what he can do.
In years past, you may have given second-year guys off, whether that was Trayvon and Devin, this mandatory minicamp. They were part of the veterans. Why the decision to, across the board, have all the second-year guys back, including from Anton on down this week?
Well, Anton, a lot of the vets that are here, in Anton's case, the injury. Okay, so I can't. They're not medically cleared to leave yet. So, until they get medically cleared, that's why those guys are here. Guys like Devon Hamilton and Anton and Darnell Savage, Gabe. All those guys are still here this week. Roy's here. So, otherwise they would have been, the guys probably on the on the surfboards right now. But yeah. So and then two second-year players who maybe didn't play a lot, last year, and coming into coming into their own a little bit. So just want to give another 3 days of just development and growth.
What have you seen from Darnell this week, just as it seems like he's getting closer and closer to being back?
Well, he is. He's getting a lot stronger, getting more reps, with the defense. He's showing a lot of good things out there, and just he's in a good position now. I think when he comes back for camp, he'll be ready to go.
Doug, you've had an offseason now with Mac Jones. Just overall impressions of how he's embraced his early time here.
Hey, he's done a nice job. He came in early, and he's one of those guys that wanted to be in the building and just learn, and you know, just another good piece to add, you know, to our roster, and especially to that room. And he's done a nice job. He's obviously the only quarterback this week that we have, and it's good for him, so he can get all the reps that he can, and you know, put himself in a position to, you know, really compete during camp.
One more, just report that Hakeem Butler going to work out with you guys this week. Is that accurate? Do you know about that?
We've talked about it. You know, I mean, we're down obviously a couple of receivers with David going down last week. So we're definitely looking, you know, to fill a couple of spots before we head into camp.
But he won't be here
No,
today.
not today. Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Doug. Thanks for